It's over. Yo, what up? We're so back. We're super back. Um, yeah. Merry, Merry Inkmas and a brutal new year. Um, wow, this music is so loud. Hang on. Merry Inkmas and a brutal new year already. Today I'm just gonna be chatting, just updating on things such as my geomaxing, how that's going. I'm going to be talking about holidays, I guess, as well, because today is Christmas, which is a holiday. But yeah, typically I spend every holiday the same, which is, of course, drinking alone in my room. This time, though, I have you. So, so yeah, here we are. Holy moly, I caught alive. Oh, wait, let me see if I can figure this out. Let's go. Okay, you did. You caught the live, Semi. You caught the live. Um, Yeah, it's at a weird hour. It's like in the middle of the day, so I think probably most people that like have loving families will probably be hanging out with them right now, or maybe you're gonna catch us on the replay. I really can't say, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So I guess the first thing I want to talk about is just holidays, and I remember I made some videos about holidays in the past, and pretty much explained that for the most part it's mostly all the same, and yeah, I mean, it pretty much still holds true. Like, I don't really get it. Like, I don't really understand people that like celebrate holidays or they like holidays or they, I don't know, they're like, oh my gosh, it's Christmas. Wow. There's, uh, there's red ribbons everywhere and lights on the trees. Oh man. Honestly, I genuinely like can't even understand why like girls get so excited and happy about that. I can try to empathize, I guess, or whatever, but really, someone's making sounds. My next door neighbor. Yeah, I can try to like empathize, but really, I don't think I'm even capable. So, maybe I can like sympathize with that. Like, maybe they're just like, it's like a thing to like do, and they like do thing. You know what I mean? Um, what up? Glad to see you're still kicking, bro. Yeah. Kicking. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I came back from seeing family myself and have a week off from work. Oh, wow. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay. I guess if you have time off from work, then that's like a big dub, especially if you get paid. If you get paid for that and you don't have to work, like I would imagine like it's a huge relief. And that's pretty nice. But yeah, I don't know, probably you'll just spend the whole week like playing video games or something, which now that I think about it, a couple of years ago, I had like a friend that all they did was play video games, and I used to play a lot as well. I don't really. That's funny. Yeah, well, salary. Yeah, so the less you work, the better it is for you. I get that 100%. Yeah, and he played video games, and I don't know. For me, they got dull, so I kind of stopped playing them. And I remember DVDR talking about this, like he was using Vidya as like a big cope for him, and then over time it just got more boring and more boring, and then eventually he was like, "Man, this is a shitty cope. I need to do something else." And so what he did is he ended up getting like a job, and I'm definitely not anti-work or anything like that, but I'm not like I don't know. I think I think it's an enjoyable cope. I think working is an enjoyable cope, at least for some people. And then if you want to play video games for the whole week and you feel like that's enjoyable for you, then honestly, like hats off to you. Like I don't know, a part of me wishes I could do that because for me, I just can't really get myself to do it in the same way, if you know what I mean. So okay, hold up, I'm checking my audio actually. My audio is actually crisp. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, it's delaying now. Okay, it's delaying, but yeah, my audio's pretty. Yeah, it's pretty crisp. Okay, anyway, back to what I was saying. Let me look at this comment real quick. I had a recent experience with a Filipina girl over Discord. Wow, e-girl maxing. Wow. Um, she was into white worship and even called me daddy and sent me nudes, big dubs, or maybe that's not a dub. I don't know. But yeah, big dubs. But she ended up ghosting me for a chatter white guy Lamau. Dude, that's so keck. I swear, dude. It's so funny, dude. Yeah, I did. I also like cope with some e-girls as well. I'm not gonna lie, because obviously, like, without the voice changer, I do voice mog. So, like, some of these e-girls that were like super, attention. They needed attention so bad. Like, I definitely got attention because of my voice. And um, yeah, I mean, honestly, they're girls, just like girls, whether it's on Discord or really IRL or anywhere else. It's very fleeting, and I don't know. I'm kind of growing to believe that more and more as time goes on. I started watching YouTube videos from like MGTOW. It's kind of embarrassing to say that out loud, but thinking ape. Um, you know, I know he's been around for a really, really, really long time. I had heard of him probably maybe 10 years ago, honestly, genuinely. I think the first Red Pill channel I ever watched was like Sandman, believe it or not, like almost 10 years ago at this point. And I do remember thinking Ape, and I've heard him, his name over the years a few times. Never watched him, but I think he has really interesting views as far as like relationships go. And you also hear this, you hear this from him on the MGTOW side, but you also hear this from like libtards when they're like getting into like quote unquote spirituality and like Buddhism and stuff like that. They're like, oh, never be attached to anything in life, bro, and everything is fleeting, bro. And the essentially what I'm getting at is that women will fall in love with you if you believe in that, which I personally do. But let's say you don't, doesn't matter. But regardless, they'll fall in love with you, and then it's on a time. It's on a clock. And whenever that time is up, the time is up. And just like you said here, she'll just end up ghosting you and moving on for, Chad Thunder Schlong, Chad Thundercock, big. Never mind. I'm not going to get too graphic with that, but I think you know what I. Yeah, I think you know what I mean. And you know, it's kind of difficult to separate yourself from that situation, whether it's a girl or really even anything else. I think like the human existence is difficult to separate yourself from things that you have slash had, and then when they're gone. And like throughout my life, I've had many, many friends come and go, pretty much all of them, like 100%, except for the ones that I, recently met. You know what I mean? But yeah, all the other ones, I don't have any old friends, if you know what I mean, at all. Only new ones that I've made. And so I think it's pretty much the same thing for women. And, maybe that's depressing or whatever, brutal, whatever. Um, and maybe it's a harsh truth that, people might not want to think about, but I think that level of detachment, I think it's also like a part of maturity because everyone even dies. Even if you get married and they don't divorce you, eventually they're going to die. So I think that's also kind of a part of just living life as a human being and being mature. Um, so I'm really disaffected from like relationships in general, and with women. Like I really don't feel attached to them at all, really. And it's not like I'm like Chad or whatever. It's just that like I actually just assume I just expect them to ghost me, whether it's in a long time or a short time. Typically, pretty much in a short time. But yeah, I basically just expect for them to ghost me, and so when it inevitably happens, for me, I don't really feel anything. I had already expected it to happen, and it does happen. Quite often, pretty much every time. Since I've been here, it's happened a couple dozen times. Whether it's a girl that I met IRL or they've all ghosted me after some sort of time. Um, you know, so such is life. Video games suck once you've done them for long enough, and having them be your main cope. Yeah, honestly, I agree. Like, again, I don't understand people that can just like play video games like all day, every day as like a as like an adult, um, I feel like they're not that exciting. I feel like there's something more exciting about like doing other things in life. But honestly, lately everything's been gray, you know? So I'm not sure what's exciting anymore. Really, nothing is exciting now that I think about it. But for some reason, they're just boring. Like there's things that are not boring that aren't necessarily exciting. And video games are kind of boring to me. Play them for like 15 minutes and I'm already like tired of it. I feel guilty playing them now because I feel like I should be doing something more productive. Yeah, there definitely is a sense of like guilt in a way. I can definitely get that because like if you're not on salary, for example, um, then like yeah, every hour, every minute, you could be doing something more productive to like further your quote unquote career or your career prospects. And I think like when it comes to that stuff, it's kind of difficult. If you're not good like financially, then like, you know, that sense of guilt is definitely going to be more like salient. It's going to be more like at the forefront of your brain. But I think like once you reach a certain level of comfort, then it essentially becomes like a you've seen that meme. It's like the dark side and the light side, and it's like, are you working on the dark side to like try to be the next Andrew Tate, or are you working on the light side because you actually enjoy what you're doing? There is a video from Jordan Peterson talking about like once you reach $60,000 USD in America, money after that doesn't really um, drastically change your life really at all. And I have to agree with that, to be honest. So like that's kind of what I'm getting at when it comes down to like being productive in general, because like if you're always 100% productive all the time but you actually don't really like, there's no reason behind it, there's no point in it, um then yeah, you could be kind of like, I don't know, uh it just makes you more, I don't know, I feel like you could be happier doing something else, if that makes sense. Maybe. I mean, at least for me, like here's what I can say. I was doing like 12, 14-hour shifts at my job. And the issue with it is that it socially isolated me, so I didn't have any friends and I never saw my family, and I had zero prospects for dates because I didn't even have time to go on a date, even though I had the money because I was working so much. Um, that's like a huge issue. So like we can be productive or highly productive, but like there is going to be a trade-off if you never, do anything else. And that's kind of what happened to me. I think that's like a bigly isolated me, other than like obviously just like, the general stuff that we're all experiencing as far as like the internet and, society at large, which by the way, it's the same in every single country. I've gone to multiple countries at this point. It's literally the same everywhere as America. It's literally no different. So, and I'll get more into that, I guess. But yeah, it's all the same shit, man. The internet is global. I remember watching this cringe podcast called The Drunken Peasants back when I was like a Walbertarian cringe lord. And I liked The Amazing Atheist and stuff like that when I was in like middle school. And I remember there's this fat guy. Well, they were all fat, but there was one guy in particular. I think he wore like a black top hat and maybe wore like a black shirt every time. And he was kind of fat. And he was like, yeah, I'm a proud globalist. I think it's inevitable and I want to, I think it's good. I think globalization is good for everything, and this is where everything's going, this, that, and the other. This was like 10 years ago. And I don't know, I was like a middle schooler at the time. I was like, whoa, that's cringe, bro. Like, wow, like, globalization's not good. Even though I didn't know anything about what it was, I was like just playing like Borderlands or something, listening to this, like Borderlands 1 or Borderlands 2 or something like that, like killing robots and stuff. Thinking I know politics. And then, yeah, I mean, fast forward 10 years later, like it is inevitable. So, you know, if globalization is inevitable, what is inevitable is essentially the internet and the connectivity of that. And so that brings culture, obviously. I was watching this other YouTube video, and basically it was this video, I think it was like a video essay about something related to tech, I think. maybe like I can't remember, but one interesting thing they talked about was like um, there was a race riot in LA, I think in the 90s or something. I'm not really too sure. But basically, like, not really too much globally happened with that, even though it was just as bad as like what happened with George Floyd. But the only difference is that there was the internet. And so you see, like, ACAB in every country, or sorry, not ACAB. You see BLM in every country. I've seen it in multiple countries, and it's like, wait, why is there BLM? That's literally like English words. Why is that in so many different countries? And it's like, oh wow, it's like that's the internet. The whole world is globalized. The whole world is all of this stuff. U.S. everything that you think is bad and that isn't everywhere else. It's literally just the same. There's some minute differences, but yeah, it's really all the same. And yeah, that was a tangent if I ever heard of one. So I now find the Xmas tradition of giving gifts as guilt tripping. Yeah, yeah, I agree 100%. I really hate the act of gift giving because um, for that exact reason, it's essentially like guilt tripping season, essentially, where if you don't buy a good gift, then you're an asshole. And, if you don't act like you love their shitty gift, then you're an asshole. And it's like a stupid trinket. And then so you get this stupid little trinket that you never asked for, two, you don't want, but three, now you can't throw it out. You have to keep it because if you throw it out, you just feel like an asshole. You know what I mean? I've done these stupid things, and it's just like you feel like a total POS if you put it in the trash and throw it away because it was like a gift on a holiday or birthday or something. Um, and yeah, so I really hate gifts. I've actually told multiple people, like, no, don't send me gifts. I don't get any joy out of it. Um, and yeah, it's just a guilt trip. And then the expectation of reciprocity is so annoying. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I think, I've been thinking a little bit about stuff like that, and I think there might be some kind of like personality issue. Like I really probably do need to unironically personality max because like imagine how off-putting it is. Think about this, like what I just said there, but flip it around. Like how anti-personality of like how anti-personality am I to like deliberately tell people no, don't send me gifts. Like imagine if you had a friend and you're like, oh man, if you were like a normie or something, and you're like, oh man, I bought you this cringe, Christmas sweater, bro. Like, here you go, man. Or it's like, hey, I'm thinking about buying you this Christmas sweater for cringemas, bro. And then the friend is like, no, don't buy me gifts. Like, imagine, like, imagine how bad that is. It's like, wow, I don't want to be this guy's friend. He's an asshole. So I think, unironically, like, I probably do have some personality issues that maybe over time I can work on. But yeah, the same thing kind of happens with coworkers where it's just like, can you not do this? Like, don't tell me about your day or the weather. Just tell me about the work. Um, and yeah, I've just been kind of introspecting on that stuff, and I think it really does leave a huge impact in like intersocial relationships. And really, intersocial relationships are the most important part to de-inkifying yourself and like ascending. Um, in the way of friendships and relationships, because like even Giga Chad, I think, if he has zero social circle, like there's like one guy, Gerby. Like, I mean, I know my skill is overly optimistic. I would say Gerby's like a 10 out of 10 guy. But then he's, sitting here telling us how black pilled and depressed he is and how he has nothing. It's like, bro, like, what do you mean? Like, you have literally, like, I'm pretty sure every single guy in your comment section would swap jeans with you, bro. Like, like how are you gonna sit here and say you're an incel? Like, like literally, like, and obviously, that's one of the things that he harps on is kind of like the social circle aspect of it. So I think that really is, pretty important. Um, but I think the personality stuff really goes a long way as well, because feel like access to the women is in social circles because like when I've gone on these dates from the dating apps and but they all just ghost me. And so it's just like, how do you get a girl to even stick around when they're so flippant? You know what I mean? Like Feltry mentioned earlier, he was talking to like this e-girl on Discord and so from the Philippines, but like if there's no social circle, then there's no like reason for them to stick around, I guess. It doesn't matter because like they can find 20 million of you. But if you're in their own social circle, then that's their social circle and they can't really find anyone else other than those like five people. So I don't know. I have a lot of different things with this experience that I'm going through. And I really don't care about being hardline black pill. I really don't care. Like I'm literally just trying to find happiness in life and I really don't care, yeah. So I'm just trying to figure it out. JBW wins again. That bitch was sending me voice recordings asking me to grape her, bro. These bitches are desperate. Do this keck, bro. There's a meme about that. Women are, I can't remember what they're built for though, but I've heard a meme somewhere about that. Sammy says Stardust is a goat. Yeah, he honestly is a goat. He's kind of an old head boomer, but yeah, I don't know. Kind of reminds me of my dad a little bit, if I'm being completely honest. My dad is nihilistic, I would say, but like sometimes, a lot of times my dad just says the most brutally brutal stuff. I get a lot of that kind of personality related things from him for sure. Um, TJ with an AK, what's up, my man? Been a Merry Christmas from your favorite sub, Fake Cell. You see Rehab Room's latest? Yeah, I did see Rehab Room's latest. Watch it, but I can't remember what it is. Let me look that up really quick. I watch every single one. ITV's Rehab Room. Oh wait, he just posted one 2 hours ago. I didn't see the one today. How to cope in a healthy way. Oh wow, this is guy pulling out alcohol bottles. I haven't seen that one, or I could probably hang on. Let me see if I can present. Uh, Rehab room. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I haven't seen this video. How to cope in a healthy way. I guess we can watch together this if you want. Um, disingenuity. I don't even remember what this is about. Honestly, I can't remember. I remember so much. Unhealthy gaslighter GG. um, I thought this was the video that you were talking about. I actually kind of wanted to talk about this because I was getting spammed unhealthy gaslighter GG videos in my feed like so much, and so I actually ended up watching his stuff as well. And I don't know, like obviously, like from the black pill perspective, like we've heard time and time again, and obviously like DBDR is a good example. And there's also been people in my comment section that have told their experience about going to therapy and how it's really detrimental. And obviously, content for a long enough time, you've heard other stories about like people getting put into psych wards or other stuff like that. Which that would totally like destroy your life. So the potential for benefit is not outweighed by the risk. Um, and I think like it's mostly corny and all that stuff as far as like what he's doing. And there's this new term that I kind of heard. It's called like toxic positivity, where it's like all you do is say, "Oh yeah, bro, like you can make it, bro. Like yeah, bro, just keep trying, bro. Just keep grinding, keep hustling, bro. Shoot for the dreams, bro. You can make it, bro." And so there gets the term positivity, and you know I feel like that's pretty rampant in like a lot of his content and his community and stuff like that, which honestly. I think some of his stuff is okay though. I do enjoy some of his videos. Although the video with the incel, the video with the when he interviewed the incel, literally like in the first 2 minutes, the guy was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I'm actually not an incel, and I don't even describe myself as an incel." Okay, then why are you talking to this guy? Like, this is totally misleading. And I felt a little slighted by that. Like, why don't you actually like? There's so many guys that would be more than happy to be interviewed um, as someone that would identify as an incel. So why would you get this guy that doesn't? Like, I found that a little bit weird. And yeah, but either way, regarding like therapy and because that's what his channel's about, I think like when I think about therapy, all it mainly is you're sitting down, which, maybe we're all doing. Maybe you're at the gym because you're hustling on your grind set, because Hamza told you 50 push-ups a day. But, everyone else is sitting down probably or like laying down rotting. And so um, therapy is just having like what's it word? That's really all it is someone to talk to, right? And, when I think about it and you think about DBDR, um, as far as therapy goes, not his group therapy videos, which I'll talk about that as well. But when it comes to just therapy in general, all it is life, talking about your day, talking about your problems, things like that to someone that potentially would listen, potentially would understand, and they're not necessarily giving advice. Think about it like, would I go to therapy? Well, I don't think I would go to one on one therapy because, you know, genuinely, I think making these YouTube videos better is even better. I remember when I was making these more consistently, the bad thoughts I was having, the intrusive not really there. You know, when I was consistently doing it, it wasn't really there at all. And I really don't have an explanation for why that is. Kind of when I stopped, then when something bad happened, those intrusive thoughts would come back. They absolutely would. And so I think that doing this is pseudo-therapy in a way, essentially just talking your problems out. I guess women like journal or something, but like I go because like who even writes anymore? Like we all own keyboards anyway. Um, and actually, what's interesting is about like Destiny and his divorce and all that stuff. So I watched a couple of those videos, and interestingly enough, he talks about writing manifestos, which is probably not the right word. I think what he really means is he's just journaling his problems. So what he does is he writes 15-page journal about what he's mad about, and so which obviously is not a manifesto. Um, and so I think like doing that practice is at least for me impactful in the form of YouTube videos. So I would encourage that for everyone else. But the issue with like one-on-one therapy is that there's a risk. They're going to start drugs on you. They're going to potentially, make like if you say the wrong thing, like here I can say anything and people understand what I'm saying. And you could even think about maybe even prayer as a form of therapy, to be honest. But um, yeah, I think there's just an issue with the one-on-one therapy thing. But as far as group therapy goes, I think that is a huge come up. Like boys, we hit we on the group therapy Riz. So speaking of healthy gaslighter GG, if we go DBDR, if we go to his channel, if of you have seen these videos, obviously because like they're hilarious and super relatable. But yeah, DBDR has 7 videos. It looks like of him going to where's the first one? Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, it's right here. Yeah. So he has 7 videos. The me always an outcast. So he has 7 videos of going to group therapy, which is different than one-on-one therapy. One-on-one therapy, I think, is like a total landmine of like being into some blue-haired, like insane woman with like a liberal arts degree that hates all men or something like that, or some like cringe boomer that he's 50, doesn't even understand what the internet or online dating is. So there's literally no point in going to one-on-one therapy unless you just literally just want Prozac or something like that. That's between you and yourself. Um, but I'm not really trying to take pills. To be completely honest, I think that would ruin my life. Uh, I'm trying to just not do that. Kind of like DVDR as well. But yeah. So he's going to this group therapy thing, and one thing that really stuck out to me is that like um, what's it called? Um, the whole room was girls. He was the only guy, and so like circle, you're there, you go there every week, and so I think all these copers are like, oh yeah, bro, go to a club, bro, go play Dungeons and Dragons with a bunch, guys that don't take showers or something. Oh yeah, bro, go to like Pilates class, bro, and hit on literally, you know what I mean? I think this group therapy is like actually like a good idea potentially, like um when you think about it, like it's a room full of girls, they have issues, you potentially could be a shoulder for them to cry on, which um not that not to say like what's it called, not to say you would become kind of like a beta whatever, but like look, is if you believe in the idea of the social circle being a thing as far as you getting friendships and relationships, I would say that's a really good foot in the door to try it myself. I genuinely might try that out to see if I can make some friends with some girls. I mean, the only issue with it obviously is that like these girls are, like eat drugs, they're all going to be with colored hair and tattoos, piercings. They're all going to be, with serious issues. Probably, maybe not all of them, but probably most of them. I think that you would be getting like pretty low quality women, meaning not meaning that they're bad people, but meaning like they could have serious mental issues. And it's not as attractive. It's not a girl you would really want to date. Because like potentially if you did become their friend, like they could have like bipolar where like they're screaming just like as a friend or something. And then the next day they're like happy or something. And so I think it's a worthwhile endeavor, but I would just say like there's caution you have to take because if things actually start going well and then she like starts stalking you or something like that, like yeah, that's just something to think. But yeah, I think the group therapy is that DBDR was doing until he got kicked out by his mom or whatever. I think that is like, I never realized there's like one versus group therapy where it's just like a group of people that visit every week and just like talk about their life. Yeah, and so I think that is a really good circle with a great ratio of women, which is the main thing. But it's like it's a good ratio of women where it's like if you show up, you're not literally total creep. Like I feel like if you show up to like some of the other events, why do I have a Wi-Fi button? Connection is unstable. I don't know. I don't know if my internet is dying, but yeah, I feel like if events you show up to that are like female dominated, like I don't know, Pilates or something, like they'd be like, "Why are you here?" But if you show up to like group therapy, I feel like that's like kind of okay. Let me know if I need to repeat anything, if my connection timed out or something. By the way, um, so I might try the group therapy Riz. Worth it maybe. Let me see what this is here. You totally get me, Lamau. I don't want presents and I can't afford nor really care to give gifts. It's just like I don't like value gifts really like that. And anything that I want, I pretty much just buy it anyway. So it's like when you give me a gift, it's quite literally something that I don't like literally, you know what I mean? Because I already bought everything that I literally do want. Um, so it's just like a stupid trinket that like just takes up space. And if I throw it out, and then it's like I'm a total dick. I'm backed into a corner with the gift dilemma every Christmas because it's not like I can opt out of the holiday without social repercussion. So honestly, I wish I could relate to that, but like I really can't because I don't celebrate holidays with my family. So I don't know what to say. I and like just the fact that you have family that wants to celebrate holidays with you, I would just say like from a human level, it's pulled down on that unless you want to become a socially ostracized person like me that literally goes to another country just to get a group of friends. So pick your battles. If you want, you can join me, but it's pretty crazy. So let's see. Kirby is a man that thinks way too much about everything. He'd benefit from getting drunk and going to parties that he, unlike us, would be invited to. Yeah, for real. Yeah, I don't know. I like what he has to say. I don't think he's a mental cell. I have really staunch position on. I don't think he's a mental cell. I think mental cell is really only for like highly autistic people that like have Asperger's and they're talking like people like that. I think that if you have like ADHD or something or whatever other thing, then you're not mental cell because you can function and get by and he's very articulate with his communication. He might be shy, but at the same time he online dating and had one night stands. Obviously they're unfulfilling, and I agree. I agree with that 100%. And that's why when he says social circle is the most important because I feel like women will just ghost you if you're not in their social circle. I feel like they just don't value you as a human unless you're in the social circle. I really don't know why. I have no idea. But from my experience, that's what I'm seeing. Like, you know, and I've gone on like dates with them. Um, and just no response, just literally nothing, even though it was a great date or something, or something. And they were having a great time and we had a good time. And then I literally just never hear from them again. And it's like, how do you even explain that? Like, it's okay. There was an iteration of 1,000 minute, it's like the whole date was a video. The whole entire day was a video in a video editing software. And we break 1,000 like snips of it or something. Literally, they found one snip, and then the whole 999 are good. But they found one snip of 1,000 video, part where they're like, oh, because of that one snip, I think I'm just never going to talk to him again. And it's like the standards are there. That's not even like standard. It's just, I'll go to another one. You know what I mean? And I feel like with a social circle, I feel like that is not really the case. I feel like it's just I feel like they want to give you a chance because giving you a chance makes them better in the eyes of everyone else around them. If they treat you well because others treat you well, then they'll be treated well by treating you well. I think that, although I don't know how well I said that, maybe that didn't make sense, but maybe it makes sense. Black pill is a circumstance that I'm trying to escape. The big screen, the big boy. Um, Black pill is a circumstance that I'm trying to escape, not an identity I want for myself. No, definitely. I mean, I think, I think, I think I agree with that in the sense of the word like incel or whatever. Like, I'm sure, in every sense, really, like friendship side, depression side, girl side. But I think from a black pill, I think that's more so just like a view of the world. I guess at the same time, like maybe that means you want to become white pilled, which like I think I'm not white pilled, at least not yet, but I think there's utility in being white pilled. Because like what's better? What's better? Being depressed every day or just, on purpose being ignorant. Like what's worse? And I don't have an answer for what's worse, but what I can tell you is that at least if I'm white pilled, I don't want to rope max. best to just become white pilled and forget about all the BS. I don't know. I mean, look, it's been a few months and I've just kind of been just reevaluating my life. I'm having my midlife crisis, guys. I need to buy a midlife crisis car and still remain an inky. Rehab Room's previous video before the last one is a masterpiece. Maybe that was the one with the Asian girls in it, or maybe you're talking about the healthy gaslighter GG. Disingenuity. Yeah, I mean, we could do a watch together if you want or something. Um, Searching for meaning is his best for me. Let me see, mean or whatever. News layout. News layout. There we go. Go back here. Go back to rehab room. This one. Collection of Destiny Sins. Wait, which one did you say? Searching for meaning. Oh, this one here. I don't know if I watched this one. Oh, I did. This is Never Give Up. Be the best. Oh, it's where this guy got arrested in his house. Yeah, for like being on 4chan or something. Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy. Oh man. Kimosabi. Sup? Can Hangover Cell cope here? Yeah, bro. Hangover Cell. Yeah, I might be Hangover Cell tomorrow. Hello, boyos. Some of them have kids or being undercover lesbians. You're talking about, but I mean, here's the question about having kids. Would you date a single mother? I'm really actually considering it because like I feel like I really just don't have anything else. No girl wants to stick around. You know what I mean? Even fat girls. I went on a date with fat girls to me as well. And I actually thought I was like, wow, maybe I have a chance. I had 2 dates with her, believe it or not. She was like kind of fat. And she was attractive, like in like a not an autistic way. It's like, oh, you look so beautiful, or oh, you look so cute. And every time I did that, every time I would compliment her, she would give me the bust, like she knows that she's like kind of fatter or something. And it's just like that is kind of difficult to deal with. Like I can't compliment this girl. I try to compliment her. She just like, looks at me like I'm a retard. Like, oh, you're just saying that, to get in my pants type look. Like, shut the fuck up. And then yeah, I ghosted anyway. So, I mean, like, I feel like a single mother at least wouldn't ghost me. At least I could have something consistent, even though it's like, I don't know, her little half running around, pooping, pooping on my bed, pooping on my bed while I'm at work on a Teams meeting. Oh, hey guys, morning stand up, my bed. Oh, stop pooping on my bed, you little shithead. At least it'd be a girl that wants to like be consistent. Has to be consistent if she has a kid. So I'm not even gonna lie. Like I used to be like, no single mothers, no, never. But now it's like, honestly, maybe I would be happier. At least she would stick around. At least and then I wouldn't be like rope fueled. And maybe it wouldn't be ideal, but I don't know. Maybe it would be better. I'm just saying. Would you date a single mother? Question. And what's funny is like I was at a bar like I don't know, maybe a month ago or something. Yo, hold up. Jumping in the bed. Yo, for real. Oh man. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so oh man. Oh shit. Oh, let me just get to this real quick about being at the bar. I buy all the stuff I want anyway. Yeah, I agree, bro. Yeah. Only thing I've gotten recently was a small treadmill off of Amazon. Cool, yeah. I mean, you can do the whole treadmill thing and then like lose weight or something, I guess. So that's cool. Fat girls only like tall 6'3" white dudes. I mean, all girls only like talls, right? They all like that. So, you know, seeing a fat girl naked is pretty disgusting, to be honest, especially if they're in their mid or 30s or 40s. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah, it really is. It's a turnoff. You can't really look at them. You have to like bag special, which is like when they have an ugly face. It's like an entire body special where you just have to close your eyes, um, and just imagine it not being there because it really is. Most of the fat women I see in porn look gross when the post nut clarity hits. Yeah, no, literally, yeah, 100%. Yeah. So anyway, I was at this bar and with my friends, and it was like maybe a month ago, and this like group of old people were getting really rowdy and drunk, and then they like dropped a chair literally in the middle of the bar. It was crazy, and like they didn't drop it. It's like that's so pretentious for you to like drop a chair because you're so intoxicated and then just leave the chair there without like picking it up. I was like, wow. But like anyway, I was just talking to my friends, and then this lady from that group, she was kind of fat, maybe like 40 or 50, I think, me and started like kind of like touching me or something. Um, and then she was like whispering, she was like, oh, because there was a girl in our group that was like a guy, right? And she was kind of like she was not a Stacy. I'll just leave it at that, if you know what I mean. But like, yeah, so the old lady that was like trying to hit on me, I guess, she was like, "Oh, you can do so much better than her," and saying, and she was like, "Oh, promise me you won't have sex with her." So it's like uncomfortably laughing, like, yeah, like, no, like, I don't even know her. I just met her. Or, I'm not having sex with her. Like, I'm not dating her. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know what's going on. Like, can this lady walk away? And the thing that stuck out to me though was like she was standing there telling me like, "Oh, you can do so much better than her." And I just went along with it obviously, but like in the back of my head I was just like, "No, lady, no idea. I quite literally can't do better than her. I can't get anything." So like actually this is so brutal. Actually, the girl that she thinks I can do so much better than her, I got her number actually. Like the next time we hung out, and I got her number to just connect. And she took my phone and then sent herself a text. And so technically I didn't send a message, but what's it called? She didn't even open the message on her phone. There isn't even a read receipt. She never even texted back ever. So it's to do better than her. I also can't even get her. I can't even. I have to do less than her because she's ghosting me. like, like so. And I'm not trying to hit on her. Honestly, I'm not that attracted to her, but it's like this notion of like, oh, I can do so much better. It's like, no, I don't think I can. I think maybe I can get her that's fat. Something like that. Maybe. So, what are we doing for the holidays, boyos? Well, you know what I'm doing. I'm sitting on drinking beer and vodka. So, yeah. Oh, speaking of which, take a sip. Smoking some good weed. Yeah, you know, I've been thinking about getting into smoking weed. I feel like maybe it would help with my like depression. It would help with like suicidality if I like take a little bit of wake and bake, like half a bowl every day in the morning, and then like maybe I'll be good. Maybe I'll be able to like just not worry about, you know, uh, getting girls. Maybe like it'll just make me more carefree or something. Um, yo, what up, TJWK2023? Send me the latest rehab room to drink down. All right, well, let's watch it together. I'll put it on right now, and we can watch it. Um, let's see. Okay, my headphones in, and then I'm gonna test the audio as well. So I'm gonna watch this on my end. Okay, all right, I'm gonna pull the video up. Let me stream. The latest rehab room would probably make you put the drink down.
Vlad was right. There are no choices, nothing but a straight line. The illusion comes afterwards, when you ask why me
Bruh.
and what if.
Since it is the holiday season, I don't have to work next.
Testing audio. Testing my audio. Okay. I think it's good. Yeah, it's pretty good. Or let me talk over it and see what
So
that sounds
why
like.
not make an extra video? Happy
Let's
Christmas to
talking
everybody.
over him,
Today's
talking
topic is
over
going to be
him.
kinda dark for Christmas
Talking
spirit,
over him.
but this is what I feel like talking about. As some of you know, a gamer YouTuber Mitten Squad recently passed away, only a few days ago. I actually
Okay, I'm gonna just play this. Let me put the chat here. Okay.
didn't know about him before. I don't watch gamer channels on YouTube, so I didn't know who he was. But when I saw his picture, what he looked like, his case got me interested. Apparently, he recently died from alcoholism, but the truth is, the more you learn about him, the clearer it becomes that in reality, the real cause that cost him his life was his poor looks.
Yeah, I mean, not to make light of this guy dying, obviously, my condolences, but like, okay, he died from alcoholism, but like when you think about it, like, I'm not really afraid of dying. I'm not really afraid of death. So, like, I don't see why this would make me put the drink down. You know what I mean? Like, really. Like for me, it's just like I'm not happy. Like every second, there is no happiness. So like, why would I want to continue living? And I think like ending it and checking out early, it's really just too difficult to get to that point. I feel like there's still something to live for, maybe some hope, but like I'm not afraid of dying. So for me, there's like really I don't really care that much.
Alcohol was just a means. Oh, he died from alcohol. That is like saying he died from pistol. Like, you don't drink that much, blacking out 4 times a week in your room if you are not trying to self-destruct. That is the uncomfortable truth here, man. But of course, it is easier and more comfortable for people to blame it on alcohol. Again, I haven't watched every single video of him, just a few after he passed away, but when you put two and two together, it becomes clear, guys. Oh, he struggled with alcohol. Why did he struggle with alcohol? That is the question. Oh, he was depressed. And why was he depressed?
Is this what you were expecting me to look like? Probably not, right? I remember when I existed in the void.
Oh, bro. Oh, he said, bro. That's so brutal. He said, and why do you think he was struggling with alcohol? Do you believe this is what I was supposed to look like,
When I was
bro?
born. This isn't what I thought I would look like, but I really had no say in the matter. This is it. Paul of Mitten Squad in all of his glory. You're welcome for the nightmares.
I don't know.
Oh, he literally said, "You're welcome for the nightmares." Like that's so crazy. You know what I mean? That face reveal. Okay, let me ask you this: why did his face reveal not go viral like Dream's face reveal went viral? Brutal. Literally addressing his face immediately on a face reveal. Brutal. Oh man.
What he was thinking, making a face reveal. Bro, why would you ever do a face reveal when you are way below average? Again, I think the ego plays a part here. When you get to those numbers, to his numbers, over 1 million subs, you think to yourself, I am that guy. If fame gets to people's heads, you start to think, oh, I am that guy. Or you think, surely my looks aren't that big of a deal, right? And his channel actually lost views after the face reveal.
Oh no way. Hold up. Pause. Let me zoom in. Okay, it doesn't let me zoom in, but I'll just read it out loud. So you said his channel lost views 3 years ago. He was getting 2 million, 2 million, 3 million, 1 million, and then he got 2 million, 2 million. From consistent 2 million plus views to many vids getting well under 1 million views, way below his subscriber count. So it's 2 million, 2 million, 2 million, 1 million, 2 million, and then 500,000, and then 250,000, and then 1 million, and then 1 million. Oh, face reveal. In the squared video is the face reveal one. Oh man. Man, it's so true. Honestly, like if if you know what you look like, then yeah, there might not be any benefit. There might be a downside from doing a face reveal. Like even in like a business meeting, there's no reason to cam up. If like, yeah. Dream hyped himself up and his kids were disappointed that he wasn't prettier despite him not looking that bad at all. I thought Dream I thought he was a very good looking guy. I don't know. People called him like a normie or something in looks. I don't know. I disagree. He's definitely above average. So I disagree, but yeah.
As well. Like his channel lost momentum after the face reveal, it seems like. Again, maybe that is because of his.
I said in the comments that he got less views because he went from his Fallout niche to some Wii Sports thing, which is just standard algorithm stuff. Yeah, I noticed that too because this video here is like Wii Sports and Skyrim something. So like, you're 100% right. It's probably a double factor. Like one, the face reveal. Two, bad content. Unfortunate to say.
The video quality went down, or maybe some other reason. I don't know. Just my observation. I am just saying. Dude, there is nothing to benefit from a face reveal if you are a legitimate sub 4. I don't know what the hell he was thinking, man. Is a sub 4 male?
No, I mean, I agree with this 100%. The only benefit, though, is like if you're trying to become famous for being ugly, like you definitely get those people on TikTok that like that one guy that he has like a missing hand or something, and his whole like shtick was just like showing people on Omegle that he was missing a hand, and then I guess like Mr. Beast is like building him a new hand or something.
You never reveal your face unless you have to. People are gonna lie to your face, bro. Oh, how bad can it be? This is why I wouldn't reveal my face, even if this was a gaming channel. Rehab, bro,
Boogie2998 maxing. Dude, I used to is it Boogie or Wings of Redemption? Oh, dude, both of them. They're both from the same era. I used to watch there's this podcast. It's probably still going on. There's this guy, FPS Russia, which probably all of you know. Maybe if you know Painkiller already or Woody's Gamer Tag. I know Boogie and Wings of Redemption. They used to like be kind of in their crowd or something with the gamers and stuff. So I remember Boogie and all that. Although I haven't been keeping up with the new drama with Boogie. I did hear that he's like poor or something. And he's not making money on his YouTube channel, something like that. So I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe you can let me know in the comment. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I can watch some Boogie stuff and see what's up.
I watched your every single video multiple times. I just want to put a face to the name. No, I am not gonna do a face reveal. Oh, Rehab, bro, you are probably like Hamudi at worst. Dude, Hamudi is not even ugly. I use his pictures because he was funny. But if I truly believed that he was that ugly, I wouldn't keep using his pictures. The reason why he was sub 5 is because he was obese and balding, both of which are very fixable. But on craniofacial level, on facial bone structure level, he was average. Hamoudi gets a hair transplant and loses weight, he's not sub 5 anymore. But there is no surgery that will make mitten squat average looking. None. You can't fix that orbital area with a simple surgery. I mean, everything is bad there, bro. Spacing is bad, protruded eyeballs, eye separation ratio seems way too high, very visible negative canthal tilt. He had everything, unfortunately, and that wasn't even his only weakness. But I'm not gonna go into all that, he passed away. Seems like a chill dude. Rest in peace, brother. I mean, really unfortunate, man. Life just isn't fair.
And take a shot every time I take damage, but it would have to be beer, not liquor. That would be horrible. I don't want to die until I'm in my late 20s.
It is sad watching this in retrospect. I don't want to die till my late 20s. 3 years later, he did die at 27. Obviously, he was joking, but under that self-deprecating humor, there is some level of depression, bro, which was manifested through his drinking issues, of course. I was also surprised that he's only 24 in this video. Looks 10 years older, at least. I mean, that hairline would be still rough, even if he was indeed 10 years older. Again, rest in peace. Looks like a chill dude. Just a bad situation, man. Life just doesn't work out for some people. It just doesn't.
You tell us about your high school life as a quiet kid. Is it really true or just for laughs? And how's your college life going? College is none of your business, and the high school thing is 100% true. I was the quietest kid in my class. I mean, they voted for me as the quietest kid. It's not up for debate. There were many a day where literally all I said was here during attendance, and that was it. I was not a fan of the words as a youth.
Again, nothing here is surprising. He didn't utter a word in high school. He was very high inhibition, and you can tell his college life was no different. It was exactly how you would think it would be. Notice how irritated he was at the question. Oh, college is none of your business. Don't ever ask me that question again. He was actually pissed off at the question. Mind your own business. Don't you ever, never ask me that question again. It tells you how his college life was going. That is why I always say, man, life is one big high school. This is one of the things that I wish I knew earlier. Kids are just more honest because they don't give a fuck about how they are perceived, about not breaking social codes, etc. I mean, I knew
Yeah. I mean, obviously his college experience was probably terrible. Yeah, I mean, my school experience was pretty terrible as well. Okay. Okay, TLDR is that Boogie is gesture maxing to maintain his relevance since he doesn't know what else to do for money besides YouTube. I mean, Boogie was always gesture maxing, to be honest. So, like, I mean, I don't really feel bad or something. He always gesture max as like the obese gamer. And that worked out really well for him. I think he was doing pretty well for himself for a while. And honestly, he probably could, bring things around. He has enough. Once you become famous, I think you're pretty much set for life. Oh, that's the other thing I was thinking about. Like maybe, maybe the way to like, ascend is literally just to become famous, because like you have these girls on the whatever podcast, like say, oh, Brian, I'll date you. I'll fall in love with you, Brian. I love you. So like, I think maybe social circle, but also maybe getting famous. I think really that's it. I don't think the online dating stuff works. Weed does help you make friends with other potheads. I'll rather be friends with a weed head than an alcoholic. Alcoholics are unpredictable. Yeah, no, I get that. I mean, I'm not a violent person, but like I did have a roommate who was he was a bartender. And I remember him like getting drunk one time and then he just started like throwing shit like in the living room. I was like genuinely scared. Like, what the fuck is going on? So I definitely see what you mean with alcoholics being unpredictable. And yeah, Weed heads are usually pretty chill. Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, maybe I'll start smoking weed. Probably try it.
The popular kids in my high school were popular because they were told, because they were in school sports team, whatever. But I still had this naive notion in my head that in college things would be different. Girls would be sophisticated and stuff, you know. I was like, it is just high school, dude. People are extra superficial.
Wait, hold up. I need to read this. What a girl on her Xbox Live says, your voice sounds cute. Brutal. Imagine your face being used by countless people on the internet in memes to represent an ugly slash repulsive slash undesirable guy. This is one of the reasons why ugly men often have zero social media presence. Some people who preach NT theory put the cart before the horse on this one and say not having social media is a cause of inceldom, when in reality they're just ugly and self-aware. Brutal. Maybe that's why I don't have it. There is no reason to have pictures of yourself on the internet as a sub 4 male. Okay, I mean I don't think I'm sub 4, but geez, I mean I'm not. I don't know. It is what it is. I don't even want to talk about me. Weed is always fine. Yeah, maybe, dude. I don't know.
Douchebags in high school. It is gonna get better. I am become a well-rounded, high-value guy in college. Little did I know, life itself is one big high school. College is no different. It is just people grow super ego with time. That is the difference, really. You realize some things are not socially acceptable. In college, they become more concerned with.
I've met plenty of accomplished people, great friends who smoke flower. Yeah, I mean, definitely. Yeah, I don't know.
It's how they are perceived by others. But in reality, they are the same person. People are going to be polite to your face in college. Instead of being visibly agitated, being flippant, or, outright disrespectful, they will be polite to your face. But you're still going to get the same result nonetheless. If your looks don't change drastically, that is, of course. Life is one big high school. There really ain't much difference between adults and children. We try to come off as sophisticated, deep and intellectual, not shallow. We try to attribute our success to hard work and take pride in it and stuff. But behind all that charade, we are still back in high school, man. Behind all that mumbo jumbo, we are all in high school, ground zero, where it all started. And that is what he had to find out as well. He probably went to college to build a social circle, only to find out that there is no social circle for your face. Only to find out that he's still the same guy from high school. That is why he got irritated at the question so much. Don't you ever ask me that again. Understand? None of your business. He was pissed off. He didn't have the heart to keep it real.
Let me just.
No, honestly, like I kind of disagree. Like you said, there's no social circle for your face. I don't think that's true. I think you can get a social circle even if you're ugly. I remember when I was like going to church, I was trying that out, and when I went to these like dinner events with them, the church people like at the events there was like retarded people like with like physical, like clear physical like disabilities or something. So I think you can get like a social circle per se. But like as far as any of the girls dating that guy, no. Yeah, definitely not. But I think you can have a social circle though. Maybe. I don't know. Don't put my feet to the fire on that one, okay? I'm just saying that I've seen it, bro. My one black friend, okay? My one retarded, person at the dinner date, bro, or dinner event, bro. Okay, yeah. Don't put my feet to the fire on that. Okay, hold on. 7, but is that like in a week? Because I go through like one of those per week. So what's the time frame on this?
During my college years, I can relate to him, man. I knew I was not good looking. I was not delusional, of course I knew, just like he knew. But you still don't understand everything. Drinking, feeling sad. Drinking just amplifies your emotions, by the way. You reflect back on your life and second guess everything. I have been there, man. I have been where he was. And I can tell you it isn't a good headspace to be in. I am not sure if he had a girlfriend or whatever, but you don't need to know for sure. Put the pieces together, bro. Take into account his looks, his face tells a story. Hardcore gamer, heavy drinker, getting blackout drunk in his room 4 times a week. He was the mute kid during high school. Come on, man. You don't have to spell it out.
Through and through.
He had this channel, and instead of focusing on it, he drifted away, gave in to depression. He drifted away to drinking to cope with his sorrow. That is around when I went down a different path, or I would have been 6 feet underground as well. I have been there, man. You are sitting on your behind, feeling sorry, drinking alone, reflecting back on memories. What if this? What if that? You are on a self-destructive path. After I found my way to the BP, educated myself, and contemplated on human nature, genetic determinism, the importance of looks, when I educated myself on a deeper level, the self-destructive path I was on stopped naturally. It wasn't even a conscious.
Bruh, are you for real? He's literally peddling BP like it's like a religious, revelation. Bruh, once I learned about genetic determinism, that's when I stopped drinking alcohol because I knew it would hurt my genes. I might give fetal alcohol syndrome to my children. Like, I don't know. I do like ITV, but like, bruh.
Effort to stop drinking. I just naturally didn't feel like doing that stuff anymore. The more you learn, you feel on a subconscious level that you don't need to punish yourself. He, on the other hand, went down the other way, tried to drown his sorrows with alcohol. That is why I say, man, it has been a truly rehabilitating experience for me. I don't agree that it is negative. It was rehabilitating for me. Oh, it doesn't help you. It is just pessimistic. To you, perhaps. To you, bro. Just because your single core CPU couldn't make anything more out of it doesn't mean it is the same for everyone. Speak for yourself. Just because a video game doesn't run seamlessly, 300 FPS on your decade-old computer doesn't mean it is a bad game.
Either Mitten Squad and friends, my question to you this.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think, obviously I'm not like straw manning, oh, bro, it's just pessimism, bro. But I don't think that like becoming BP made me not an alcoholic anymore type beat. Like, it's not like I had this revelation of like, oh, let me become a health master. It's more so, it's been like, let me try to get a 6-pack and forget the health altogether and just get the 6-pack by like anorexia or something, by any means possible, because then maybe I can have a good life and enjoy my life and then worry about health after that. But the journey is just so grueling and difficult and mentally mortifying that, I'm turning to alcohol. So I'm not discounting what ITV is saying, though. I think he's being honest. So I don't know. I do have a lot of respect for him as well, but I'm just saying my experience.
Fine and wonderful day. Is in your YouTube career, have you ever had any doubts that your entire channel will go under overnight / you will get deleted? No, I have not. It's surprisingly pretty difficult to get your entire channel shut down overnight. You would need 3 copyright strikes in the span of one evening, and for the kind of videos I make, that would be difficult to achieve.
You had something good going on there, dude.
We had a good thing, you stupid son of a...
That is as good as it is gonna get for a sub 5 male. Over 1 million subscribers. The rest of us don't have that privilege. Not every sub 5 can have that privilege of playing video games casually and live a good life just off of that. And safe content as well. Safe genre. You won't have to worry about waking up one day and find out that you gotta find a new job. Overton window is moving fast in today's climate. If you are...
What is this? Unthinkable, radical, acceptable, sensible, popular policy, popular, acceptable, sensible, radical.
Running a politics channel, for example, what is acceptable today, or popular even, might get you cancelled tomorrow. His channel didn't have that risk. He says it himself. His genre is probably one of the safest content. He could just record his gameplay and make a good living without having to show his face. There is a major privilege as a sub 5. That life is as good as it gets as a sub 4 male. You know the line, if I can't be beautiful, I wanna be invisible. The rest of us don't have that privilege, don't have that opportunity. I had to go to college. I had to put my face on my resume when I was job hunting. I had to grind my grades to make up for my looks, you know. I couldn't just upload a video game footage twice a month and make more than I needed. He had something good, man. He should have focused on that. His undivided attention should have been on that channel instead of chasing a pipe dream in college. I don't know what.
Let me read this. Okay, nothing better than spending Thanksgiving at the hospital after being forced into arm/leg restraints and put into a fucking diaper against your will. I'm okay, all things considered, though. They said I blew a .351 BAC and could have gone into a coma or even died, so that's fun. Little bit of a life update. My drinking has gotten so out of control that I had to go to the emergency room again yesterday. I got some bad news there. Turns out I've got pancreatitis, the frequent vomiting, describable, nothing seems to make it stop. Brutal. Let's see. The normie advice is to keep trying no matter what. Yeah, for real. They keep trying no matter what is interesting. I was listening to a healthy Gaslighter GG video, and he was saying it was really cringe because like the video title didn't really have anything to do with the video content, which I guess is like a pattern now that I think about it. But basically the crux of the video had to do with like the outcomes in people's lives are better when you continually try versus when you give up. People that give up have worse outcomes than people that continually try. And so, like, unironically, to keep trying no matter what, apparently, according to Healthy Gaslighter GG, is better advice. The BB gives us permission to not try. Rehab just chose the latter path in life. Yeah, I mean, it's up to you. I mean, for me at this point, I feel like I've given up. I feel like I'm going Megatau, missed out, over. I feel like it might not be that it's completely over in every sense of the imagination. Maybe I could lock down an obese single mother. But I think that the process of dating has been there's just so much internal mental turmoil that I've experienced. It's made it hard to live life. It makes me very highly suicidal. Just experiencing the amount of work, the amount of time that goes into this, and what I get back in return is nil. No, it's worse than nil. It's getting ghosted or rejected, and it's so constant and repetitive. It's really, it damages my mental state. And so I think like giving up and just being like, no, I'm not interested in dating anymore. I'm going Megatau. I think I might be able to like live happier. And, you know, I don't really believe in like a life purpose anymore at this point. I'm kind of nihilistic at this point, unfortunately. But I feel like I could manufacture meaning outside of women and just not date and just live life to waste time until I die. And yeah, yeah.
What he even went to college for. I'm assuming it is some art-related stuff, since he mentioned in one of his videos taking a Photoshop class in college. But do you guys know what his degree was? Like, why? Because if it was for a STEM degree, it is not worth putting that much effort, putting yourself through that experience when you have a channel like that. And if it was to have a social circle, then it is even worse. It is even a worse decision then. There is a pipe dream for people like you and me, brother. So sorry that you had to find this out the hard way. There's another thing about him that surprised me. I don't know why he wanted to go to college when he should have given his 100% to that channel. Bro, you probably got the best occupation there is for a sub 4 male. Gaming YouTuber with 1 million subscribers without having to show your face. Life is not gonna get any better than that if you are not born into a loaded family. If I can't be beautiful, I wanna be invisible. I, on the other hand, didn't have that privilege. Like, what was he even going to college for? If he was putting himself through that excruciating experience for a meme arts degree, then I will be truly speechless, man. Like, what? And once again, it goes back to the same point I mentioned earlier. He fell for Normie's lies. Oh, Mitten Squad, you just gotta put yourself out there, bro. And he thought it would be a good idea to try to build some social circle in college, only to find out that no social circle for your face. You had something good, bro. Is it the ideal life? No, it is not.
No, I mean, like, unironically, like, one of my friends is like trying to go to college to get a girl. Like, he's going for a career that does need a degree, but the other main goal of like going and attending college in general is like quite simply just to like get a GF and be involved within that social circle. I mean, this guy is very attractive though, so it will work out for him, 100%. And then he's just going to gaslight me, probably for the rest of our lives. But yeah, I mean, I think going to college is a definitely a good option. You know, I mean, I think people that have like, you know, faces like this, I mean, it's rare. It's rare. It's rare. It's really rare. Like, it's so rare you get famous on TikTok. So we're not all like that ugly, you know. I- In this reality of the BP, like, we're not all sub 4. You know what I mean? We're really not. Most people, even in the comment section here, probably aren't. And if you're overweight, then that doesn't count, and you have to lose weight. You know what I mean? You have to be at a healthy weight or like an attractive weight. Um, and I think that going to college would be a great choice. I think that for me, I feel like I'm getting too old for it. I'm going to become a boomer cell pretty soon. So I feel like I'm too old to go to college, honestly. I'm not sure though. I mean, I feel like I'm too old at this point. But yeah, I mean, if you're young, then I think it's a great idea. I never went, so I missed out. Um, let's see. For me, letting myself give up, letting myself give up frees me up to pursue other things. Not as good as chasing the normie dream, but at least I'm not looking back so much anymore, pondering all the what ifs. Let me think about what that is. For me, letting myself give up frees me up to pursue other things, not as good as chasing the normie dream, but at least I'm not looking back anymore as what ifs. Okay, interesting. So instead of like going on dates, you have more time now to do other things, I guess. Yeah, I mean, you're right. It's definitely not as good. It's definitely not. There is a lot of joy in like having a girl that genuinely cares for you, being around you. I think that's the biggest joy in the world. And yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna ever experience that. But yeah, if it's not as important, then we can just keep moving on, keep moving on with life. Basically, coping until I hit the coffin. Yeah, yeah, me too, me too. At this point, I mean, there's really nothing. There's really nothing else that I could see that we can really do. Um, maybe we can have a 1 million subscriber count gaming YouTube channel and then drink ourselves to death. Or we could live to 70 and just be loners or 4chan users or something, and or we could become homeless, or we could just be normal people that never get a GF, which it's like salad or vegan people in Japan or whatever it's called, grass eaters or something. I think at the end of the day, it's just moving on with life and living life and Or you could just decide not to live life. I guess that's an option. Um, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. It is not the best life, but that is as good as it is gonna get for you in life. The best you can do is not punish yourself for something out of your control and make the best out of a bad, unfortunate situation. That's it, really. But since he was not initiated, he felt sorry and wanted to punish himself. Later, he tried to stop drinking and save himself, but it was too late by then. Damage to his body was done. Overall, a sad situation, no matter how you look at it. I was like him, drinking, other self destructive stuff that I am not comfortable sharing right now. I could have easily ended up like him, very easily. And I know a lot of you are in a similar headspace because I've been there myself. I understand not everybody can geomax like many of you pointed out in the last video. But then
This guy says, bro, if all these Western men take the women from poor countries, what will the sub fives in those countries do? Subscribe to the channel. Yeah, literally. Literally. No, I don't know. From my experience, what I notice is that women don't really care. They don't care if you have money. They really don't. They really don't because they have their own jobs. They don't need your money, even in poor countries. So they just want a guy that is attractive with a good social circle, like a high status guy. Or I'm not even sure if they do want that because it seems like I've talked to a lot of girls and I see this a lot on like Discord. And after listening to a lot of like dating stuff on YouTube and after talking to a lot of girls on Tinder and just seeing how women are interacting IRL and talking to them IRL as well. I mean, it's not a concrete study per se, but I feel like there's a lot of data points. I feel like women don't even want relationships, like a lot of them. I feel like they just genuinely don't even want it. I think like, I don't know, call me crazy, but I feel like from a girl's perspective, from a woman's perspective, like getting into a relationship is like a net negative most of the time. Think about what you get out of it, right? Hear me out. So you already make your own money. Like you have a job, you pay for your own stuff. Maybe you don't have a Gucci bag, but like if you think about it, like as much as a guy cares about a Gucci bag, the girl probably doesn't really care about the Gucci bag either. So like she doesn't really even want your money necessarily or need it. Um, and then I think they just want to like have a good time or something like that and hang out with their friends or something like that. Which I feel like maybe most normies want to do is just have a good time, hang out with friends, forget about work, maybe. I'm not sure. And then like having to date some guy, I feel like the only thing that the guy brings to their life really is like sex. Like, what else does a guy bring to the table other than sex? Like, really nothing. Like, I can't think of anything because they don't care about the money if they have a job, you know? And then, like, if they're a girl, like, they get so many benefits just existing anyway. So, like, they have their friend give them a free vacation or they get the time off from work because they're cute. So, like, anything they want, they can kind of get anyway. So, it's like you don't really add anything to their life anyway, except for like sex. But, like, if you have sex in a relationship, then that adds a whole level of like net negatives for a girl, and it adds like responsibilities and expectations, and like now they have to be a trad and be committed to you and manage like the man's expectations. Oh, and I can't be an Instagram hoe and accept all this free attention anymore. And that's a net negative, I feel like, from a girl's perspective. But maybe if the girl just like has a friends with benefits situationship type thing, then like they're getting sex, but then they can just live their life in the same way that they were before. So like I don't think these girls really want us. I don't think women really like guys that much when the rubber meets the road. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know. Um, Rehab room is hilarious. So true. There's a concept of financially dating where people date to pay bills easier, especially rent. Ah, is that like a DINK, like DINK, dual income, no kids? I don't know if that's a DINK type thing or if that's like a sugar baby, sugar daddy type thing. Um, that might be a thing. And like prostitution is a thing, and like sugar babies are a thing, but it's a small minority of women. It really is. The majority of women, I don't think, are interested in that lifestyle. Um, I think most of them just want to live life and like hang out with their friends or something. I don't even know. Like really. And it's like I'm only trying to live life and hang out with my friends just to like seem like try to like become normal or something. And it's like that's what they want to do or something. I don't even get it. I wish I could understand it. I'm like trying. I mean, not to say that it's like a charade or something. Like I'm living a charade of like dancing or something, but like I'm trying so hard to create a social circle just to like feel like I'm a human being or something. Just to like like feel like I have an experience of being a human. I'm not even sure if I enjoy it, you know? But it's like I feel like this is the only chance if I have to do this to like feel like a normal human being. Um Women want attention, Mark says. I mean, I guess they want attention. Yeah, I don't know. It's not like sugaring both people face the financial burden together. Ah, yeah, like Dink, dual income, no kids. Yeah, I get it. I think I think that girls are less inclined to shack up with a guy just for a second income because I don't think women um what's it called? I don't think they're like it's not negative for a girl to like live at home with her parents is what I'm trying to say. And so I don't think like it's that common for a girl to just date a guy just to have his second income to help pay rent. I don't really see that being that common. I think more it's just like, it's a guy that she actually really likes, which is not me or you. And then, things progress. Uh yeah.
The question is, what do you do then? If looks maxing or geomaxing is not viable, what do you do then? You start by not punishing yourself first. That is the first step. And the second step is get used to loneliness. Sometimes you just gotta get used to it. It is not the best option, but there might come a point in life where you will have to learn to live alone. And step three, you gotta stick with whatever you are doing career wise. You gotta keep busy. You gotta focus on learning some skill, some level of financial
Just keep grinding, bro. Just keep hustling. Put in that work.
freedom. You gotta try to make the best out of a bad situation. That's it, really. There is not a silver bullet for everybody. There is just keeping it real, man. There is not a quick and easy solution for everybody. Some people just gotta get used to loneliness. But yeah, I know this has been a kind of dark topic, dark video for Christmas, but you have a good one nonetheless. Don't be a free agent in life.
The only
Wow,
challenge, I
very.
think, with addictions
Oh,
is that
autoplay. Oh my gosh, autoplay. Oh wow. Jeez. Got attacked by autoplay. Whatchamacallit? What are you talking about? Something we're talking. Okay, all right, we are talking. Yeah, Mary Inkmas, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, one other thing is, yeah, I don't know what my account is for Discord, so I just lost my account essentially. So there's that. Um, yeah, I don't know. Anything else? I don't really have much to say at this point. Maybe I'll eat some of this food here. I have some food sitting next to me. Eat some grub maxing, grub max with the boys. Yep, yep. Probably hot miking. Terrible sound effects. Oh, yeah. So let's see. Any grub action with the boys? Let's see. Maybe I can do a link. Move. How do I add a link for people to join? Okay. There you go. Come on in. Come on in. Put the link in chat, in the live chat. Limited time offer. Act now. Limited time. Press the link in chat before it's too late. Only 30 seconds. Just ate chocolate. Now I feel awful. Yeah, bro. I feel that. Bruh. I literally ate an entire carton of ice cream. It's Giga Cope. That's like cat lady tier Cope. I'm just grub matching. Grub matching with the boys. Oh, you know what? There was this video about incels. Let me see. I can share it. How do I do that? Presents. Share screen. Yeah, so there's this guy. Oh, that's way better. I should have done it like this. Yeah, so much better. Yeah, there's this guy named Bosch. He's like a political libtard, leftist or something. But he talks about incels. So I could like put on one of his videos. Where are my viewers? There we go. I could put on one of his videos and live react to it. The rate of male virginity is skyrocketing. Incel crisis. Video is so pathetic. I can't handle it. Young men aren't growing up. Destroying all incel black pill advice for incels developing confidence. Confidence. Oh, Vosh, this guy's like Destiny dunking on inkwells. Yeah, yeah. I never watched his stuff until like a couple weeks ago. I don't remember what video got me to click on it, but yeah, he's some leftist. Um, I think he actually has interesting things to say about incels, though. Um, so advice for incels part two analysis of Ice and Chad splaining. Women don't owe you anything. Debating a leftist incel. Introductions, truths, and admissions. Okay. So there's like 10 videos or something. Um, let's see.
Okay. I'm being serious right now. I'm actually being serious. Okay. We're about to talk about the boys. All right. I don't want to see any of you dumbass motherfuckers in chat talking about women have it bad too. I don't care. I don't care. Stop. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about.
Never watched his stuff, but I know his general stance on the topic. Yeah, I never watched his stuff either. I always heard he was like a pedo. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he is. Okay.
About any trans issues. We're not in any way. We are eliminating intersectional analysis for the pure and specific purpose of talking about the one demographic here that's relevant to this discourse, okay? Which is presumed cis straight men. Okay? That's who we're talking about right now. So some of you may have seen the
I'm not gonna lie, the language is kind of gay, but
this graph show up on Twitter and get some discourse. Who's seen it? Come on, people, who's seen it? When I'm looking for this graph to throw on stream, and I found it being posted on Black Pill Science.
I'm surprised that like he actually pulls this crap up at all, though. I never would have thought like the leftists would even care to show this.
Incel board, along with a couple other very relevant graphs. This is kind of alarming, isn't it? Look at this. This is pretty bad, actually. And this stops at 2018 too. So I imagine that because of the pandemic too, it's probably like higher up than that by now. Is it equal with women? Oh, no. No, it's not equal with women. So let's get all of the dumb, bad faith bullshit out of the way to begin with, okay? First of all, here is the technical language of the chart. Share of men under age 30 who report 0 female sex partners since they turned 18.
Oh, fuck. Bruh. I don't know, this video maybe is boring. It's kind of boring. Maybe I do GBDR. I don't think I've watched this one, The Organ That Defeated Christmas. I don't think I watched this.
All right. So it's Christmas time. Doesn't really feel like it. In fact,
So
I didn't know
loud.
we were this deep into December until maybe a couple days ago. There's just something about Christmas when you get older, or maybe it's just the era we live in, or the loneliness, or something. It just doesn't feel like Christmas. Just doesn't feel the same anymore. And
Okay, dude. Hold up. I saw this video about Coach Blackpill, and I watched this today. It popped up in my feed about Coach. This guy. It popped up in my feed about DBDR. I had never heard of this guy. some Australian guy or something. And it was about DBDR. And then he went into this whole tirade about like some other guy I never heard of, MGTOW guy. Some MGTOW diction. I don't know, some black guy that yelled about like gay people or something. He sort of made a comeback. Well, I've never heard of this guy until today or yesterday when this video came out. I thought that it sounded like Coach Blackville. It sounded like he was like a blue pill guy or something. Like he was a blue pill guy that shit on black pill people. I don't know. I've never watched his stuff until that video, but he was like shitting on DBDR. He was like, "Oh, DBDR just needs to change his mindset, bro." And it was like, it was kind of cringe, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It was kind of cringe. But I don't know him that well. Maybe he has good stuff. Look like the lead of his good videos. He had bangers in 2019. Yeah, I don't know. I never saw his 2019 videos. You could probably find him somewhere. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, like, I don't even know the guys he's talking about in this. Like I know 5'4", because 5'4" is in Face LMS videos. But I don't know who Mickey Town Dictionary is. Coach Red Pill. I think that was a guy in Ukraine, maybe. I'm not sure who that is really either. I don't know who Jack Murphy is. Jack Murphy, I think he was on the Tim Pool podcast or something. He's like a libertarian. Dating coach Solo TV 84 has another epic meltdown on TYT. I don't know any of these guys. The exact celebrities hit their peak. I mean, I don't know, bro. I'm not really interested in that kind of looks maxing topic of like PSL God or whatever stuff. That stuff cringe. Like, I'm never going to be a PSL God. I don't really care. Get insights about not falling into the black pill. I guess he's cringe once you know you're a bona fide true cell. Yeah. I guess his stick was like how to not be black pill or something. Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of cringe if you ask me. But let's go to DVDR back again. DVDR.
All right. Something about Christmas when you get older, or maybe it's just the era we live in, or the loneliness, or something. It just doesn't feel like Christmas. Just doesn't feel the same anymore. And haven't heard any Christmas music. You know, the gym plays all this, generic rap music. The couple bars I went to, I don't remember shit actually, but they probably played, I think they did play club music, like, generic like rap music. There's not really that many decorations I notice, except for the the people have like I noticed this one, man. I don't know what kind of brain power you have to be operating on to do this to your car, but people will put like antlers on the sides of their car and like a red nose on the front. I don't know what kind of brain power. I don't. But either way, the Christmas movies, I haven't seen any yet. And I was thinking, about The Grinch and how brutal this movie actually is. The Jim Carrey one, the original one. I'm just going to give like a quick summary or synopsis of.
Oh, dude, I already watched this video. He talks about a movie. Dude, I hate movies, honestly. They're so dumb, so boring. People always talking about these movie references. I've never watched these movies. I don't really care to watch movies or whatever. So, yeah. Um, yeah, I don't really know what else to say. Y'all have any interesting topics or comments, just post them. Probably stay on for a little bit longer. Um, can't hurt, I guess. Digging around. Well, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll go get some food. Yeah, Merry Inkmas and a brutal New Year.